guys, good morning. Welcome to some more TriCore fun. We're gonna get right into our 5-minute warm-up today. Warm-up today. We're gonna run the clock. I'm just gonna walk you through a warm-up nice and gentle, just get our bodies moving. Got a little bit of endurance work today, nothing too crazy. So let's get it started with our lunge to reach. So nice big step back with the right leg. Lift your arms up. And at first I want you to reach up, push through the heels, front heel down to the floor, back heel into that imaginary wall. And I want you to tip back toward the left. So we're reaching away from that right hip bone. Inhale back through center. Let's do 2 breaths there. Inhale, exhale, reach. Nice big hip flexor stretch, last one. Bring it up. And let's switch sides. Stepping back with the left. Stabilize first, just hang here, feel the quad stretch, push through the heels, lift the arms up. Think about lifting up, almost popping that rib cage off the torso, and just reach back away from the left hip. Inhale, come forward just a little bit. Exhale, sink deeper, maybe lower your lunge. Good, one more, reach up. And away, drop the shoulders. Come on up, let's take it to our lateral lunges. So we'll step out to the right, sit your butt back, bring it back through center. Step left, sit it back, nice little inner thigh stretch. Focus on that seat. And up. Sit it back. Up. Awesome. Awesome, last 2 here, sit it back. Take it up, back, and up. Now 1 more big step out to the right. We're just gonna hold it here. Sit it back, keep your chest up. 3, 2, 1, rise up. Step it out to the left, 1 big hold. Good. Just stretching out some of those squats and jumps from yesterday. Rise up. Take it into our down dog to plank, just a little bit of movement. Upper, lower body, nice big hamstring stretch. Hands down under the shoulders, toes underneath those heels, reach it out from that plank. Push back. Nice long diagonal, drop the heels. Lift it to your toes and pull the chest through the hands. We're just gonna go from that down dog to the plank today, focusing on that rib connection and that hamstring stretch. So stay super high on your toes until you drop the heels. Up, pull back. Nice and steady, you got about 5 more. Up, pull through. Really feel through every part of that exchange in the movement. Pulling through abdominals, lats, and up. I got 2 more. Last one. And hold in your down dog stretch. So now that you're here, really anchor down through the hands. Lengthen through the arms and feel the crown of the head reach toward the thumbs as your tailbone reaches on that upward diagonal. Push through the heels as you lift the hips. 3, 2, 1. Take it down to your knees. We're gonna finish this up with our scorpions. So down, scoot the legs all the way out. Heavy through your hip bones. Arms out to the sides. Just lift your chest a tiny bit. We're gonna lift the left foot. Bend the knee, point the toes. Open up across the chest. Inhale back through center. We'll go for 10. You can hold as long as you want here. Let that pace really serve your stretch, what you need today. I always like to try to lift my knee, lift the quad off the floor, bend the knee, and then reach through the toes, rolling across kind of shoulder to shoulder. I got 2 more. And 1. Bring it back through center. You can hang here. You can sit it back into a child's pose. And then slowly come on up. Just roll in those last 10 seconds. So we've got a little bit of a different time structure today. So they're 2-minute endurance rounds, and we're gonna do each round of exercises twice. So think about it like 4 rounds, 4 minutes, and then 4 of those 4-minute rounds. 2 movements. The first movement we do for 60 seconds. Second movement we do for 30 seconds. No break in between. We take a 30-second break after that first kind of 90-second push. So our first ones today, we've got our front back lunge to balance. So we'll do one side at a time. We'll step back, pull up, pause, step front, core tight, pull up, pause. 60 seconds there. Then we're gonna walk it out. Plie squat, lift to your toes. We're gonna squat, pulse, pulse, rise up, that's your 30 seconds. So we're gonna do it twice, so if it feels better for you to switch legs in between on those front back lunges, whatever you decide. If you stay on one leg, second round we'll do the other one. So let's get our first 4 minutes started. 60 seconds in those front back lunge to balance. Go. Step it back, lift the belly, pull up, pause, step it forward, pull up, pause. You can switch, or you can stay on one side. You just have to remember which one you chose to do. Pull up, hips are square. So instead of pulling from the hip flexors and the groin, I want you to push up through the heels and lift the belly. Like we're pulling that knee up, step it, and down. Halfway there. So you've got time. Don't rush it. Awesome work. 15 seconds, we're gonna take it right into that wide squat on our toes. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, no break, walk them wide. Lift it up to your toes, lift the belly, sit it down, pulse, pulse, squeeze it up. Pulse, pulse, squeeze it up. Control. Feel those hips. Pulling up and in. Only got 15 seconds here. Then we rest for 30. And do it all again. So good. 5. Stay strong here. 4. It's okay to burn out. 3, 2, rest for 30. Nice big rest. Grab a water if you need to. We're going back to that front back lunge to balance. So if you stuck with one side, switch it out. If not, we alternate like we did in round 1. Less than 15 seconds to rest. And we do it again. All right, we can do this. 3, 2, go. Find your lunge, balance, lunge, balance. So we're going forward and we're going back. I want you to connect in the middle. So with that back step, we lift the belly, pull up. With that front step, lift, pull, heavy through those heels. Halfway there. If one direction is challenging to you because of an injury, just stick with a back or front step lunge to balance. 20 seconds. Usually if it's a knee, I'm gonna recommend you step it back. Last 10. Got those wide squats in front of you. High on the toes. Pulse it out. 3, 2, I'm gonna even out my legs. Take it wide. Lift it up. Belly up and in, glutes tight. And squeeze. Imagine your back sliding up and down a wall. We're connected, we're focused. Balance is trouble, drop your heels. Pulse it. You are 10 seconds away from being done with this round. 3, strong, 2, 1. You rest. I'm going to tell you what's next. We've got our prone lat pulls. So if you've got a towel, you can always use that one. Legs are long, arms are long. We lock the hips down, belly in. Active legs, elbows bend, we pull for 60. From there, thumbs under your armpits, tuck your toes under. Push-ups for 30. Only 2 rounds. Take it down to your belly. Let's take those lat pulls. 60-second work. 3, 2, 1. Come on, team, let's do this. So I'm going to talk to you all about your form while we're doing this here. Imagine you're holding a bar. You're gliding that bar right behind your head, hollowing out through your armpits, pulling up through the ribs, pulling your belly up to your spine. Keep your gaze down toward the floor. If you're looking at a wall or anything that's in front of you, tuck the chin. One long unbroken line, tailbone to crown. 30 seconds. I like a little pause in that pull. Lots of space around that neck. Push-ups in 15. Set your goal for how many you want to do in 30 seconds. You only have 2 rounds of push-ups today. So let's work hard. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hands down. Pop it to that plank. Let's roll. Knees down. Beautiful option. Plank hold for 30 seconds. Beautiful option. Find your strong right here. Rest 30 seconds. Child's pose, nice idea. Sit on your knees, clasp your hands, open your chest. Find your option. 1 more round on your belly. 60 seconds of your lat pulls. Breathe here. Those push-ups are always going to push you a little bit. We've only got 2 rounds today. We've been practicing them for weeks now. 5, 4, 3, 2, lat pulls, let's go. Form is everything here. You're feeling tension in your neck, tuck your chin. Pull that bar right behind your head. Open up across your collarbones. Push your hips down, pull the belly in. So I want you to feel your ribs. Wrap around that body, halfway. Pull down. You create your resistance. I want you to feel this right behind those armpits. We got it. 15 seconds to your last set of push-ups. 10. 3, 2, hands down, tuck them under, find your plank. Let's go, 30 seconds. Knees are perfect. Plank hold is perfect. Rest, not just yet. Give me something. Give yourself something right now. You've got 10 seconds. Show me what you got. 3, 2, rest for 30. I'll show you what your next 4 minutes are gonna look like. Nice quick rounds here. So even though we're working almost the whole time, we're moving through this. All right, next one, we've got our single leg reach to balance. So kind of similar to that lunge we did first. This time we're trying not to put our foot down. We will stay on one side. We'll start lifting, and then think about driving your heel out as you tip forward. Think about those lunges we started with, lift the belly, rise up. All right, next one, regular squat, feet about hip width apart. We hold and pulse for 30 seconds. All right, lunge to balance. Let's do this in 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna start with my right leg up. Lift it up. Pull the belly in. So we exchange the energy. We hinge forward and push back. Pull the knee up. Arms go wherever they serve your balance. Sometimes out to the side is helpful. Sometimes a reach forward to create a counterbalance is helpful. Do what works for you. That's not my helpful. Lift up. I really like to imagine pushing something away with that back heel. Pull up through the belly. Sometimes if you're on a mat or a carpet and you're losing your balance, try to go on a more stable surface or walk somewhere where you can bring your arm out to a chair. Pull up that string, pulling the knee up. 10 seconds. We pulse, we squat. So good. Both legs burning out. 3, 2, and 1. Find your squat. Belly in, tail tucks. Hold pulse. So your knees are behind your toes. Tailbone tucks enough just to flatten your back. Not overdoing that C curve. Just creating that little lift up the belly to support. Pull your sit bones toward each other. Engage the glutes. You can get a little lower. You only have 5, 4, 3, 2. Rest. We'll take our balance on the left leg. We'll lift the left leg, balance on the right. You've got 20 seconds to go. We've only got one more round. But then, we're coming back at you with some secret core work. 5 more minutes after this is done. All right. 10 seconds, we lunge. We don't lunge, we reach to balance. You've got 5 words. 3, 2, and 1. So we lift. We push and reach. We pull and lift. Good. If you make this just about your leg, you almost certainly lose every time. I want you to feel how when you stand up and exhale, pull the belly in and activate down that right leg, you get so much more strength out of this. Reach, pull into your balance. So let those arms go where they serve you best. That reach forward is too much. Your hand is on a stable surface. Assisting your balance is never cheating. Just making sure that you're just hovering those fingertips over something rather than gripping for dear life. Last set of pulses in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your squat. Get as low as you can. Stay with me, pulse it out. Good. So make sure your pulse is like a tiny squat. Everything that you engage in your squat is still engaging in that pulse. So we're not just bouncing, we're not letting everything hang. You're strong, you're powerful. Push through the heels. 3, 2, 1, rest. Whew. Nice long sets today. Last one. It's gonna be fun. We've got our plank to bear walkout. So we start, let's start in our bear. Knees underneath the hips, hovering 1 inch over the mat. For that first minute, we're gonna step out, step back in. Do your best to try to alternate those legs. And then after those step outs, we hold in our bear, 30 seconds, shoulder tap. Shoulder tap is too much, you just hold in that bear. 4 more minutes, guys. These are going so fast. Stay with me, stay strong. I got you. Find your bear. We step it in and out in 3, 2, 1. Give me 60 seconds right here. So we hover, we step. Imagine the ceiling or the sky is hovering right over your back. So we can't let those hips lift. We can't let that back round. Pull in through the belly. This is a full body movement. It's almost like the slowest mountain climber you could possibly do. Try not to sink into those wrists. You can always take it to the top of your fist if your wrist is bothering you, but keep it strong. Push that ground away. You've got 20 seconds. Yes, you can. Break if you need it, but you're so close. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, holds. Belly in, quads are gonna fire here. We tap, tap. Make it strong here. There's no reason to rush. You're just trying to beat the clock. We're not trying to rush for reps. So engage. Hold still if you need to. I got you. 10 seconds. Do not stop at 10 seconds. It's not worth it. 5, 4, yes you can. 3, 2, 30 seconds. You rest this out. Best one for a 30-second break. Roll those shoulders out. You're doing awesome. 2 more minutes, and we're on to the next part of our workout. You've finished those long endurance intervals for the day. Breathe here, 15 seconds. So good. We're back in that plank, less than 10. Lucy's just roaming today. 3, 2, 1. Come on, this is the tough one. I need your brain in this. When your body is telling you to quit, it's really just your brain. Find your form rather than pushing through something that hurts. Make it mindful, make it intelligent. Maybe it's focusing your mental energy on pulling a different leg in every time. Pull that belly up and in. I got you through this halfway. So good. Come to those fists if you need it. Powerful through the upper body. As much as we're working through that lower body. 10 seconds. You can. You are. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Tap it. Big exhales. Meditate a little bit here. Dig deeper. Pull the belly in a little tighter. Less than 10 seconds. Don't lose me now. 5, 4, 3, 2. Rest. Big child's pose. Whatever you need. You can even lay down on your back. Because we have got 5 minutes. A little bit of abdominal work. Take that break now. This next round is going to be a big push. Clock's going to run for 5 minutes, and I'll show you exactly what we need to do. All right, we got those 5 minutes on there. We've got five movements, no break. We're going to roll for 60 seconds of everything. Most of it's on your back. First one is going to be your regular sit-up. Anchor through the feet. Hands can go lightly behind the head. Pull up through the belly, sit it up and down. If you want to take it a little bit higher, arms reach up, legs reach long. Sit it all the way up, reach for the sky. Up to you how you want to spend your first 60 seconds. Second one, double leg, lower and lift. Legs up, arms at your side. We inhale, lower the legs. Exhale, pull them back up. Using that work on the way up. If you want a little more, you can always come into that crunch with the upper body. We're going to take it into our scissors. So peel it up, legs back to the ceiling. Alternating the legs without shifting the hips. Bringing the hands behind the head. Knees bend. 60 seconds of bicycles. And then your last 60 We flip it over, down on our elbows for a forearm plank hold. Okay, anybody that's missing the studio a little bit is definitely missing these little 5-minute core finishers. So let's do it. Sit-ups for 60 seconds in 3, 2, go. Awesome. So less momentum, more pull up through the belly. Any version of a sit-up that you'd like. Your goal is to keep moving. If you find that you're forcing with the neck or the shoulders, back it off a little bit and focus on squeezing in, peeling the ribs toward your hip bones. Almost there. 20 seconds before that head comes down and we lower and lift the legs. You're good, you're close. So you're not in Pilates yet. This is not quite your rest. I want you to give me a little push.
We see you, Janice.
Hi, Janice. 5, 4, 3, 2, legs up, head down, lower, and lift. So a couple of options right away. You can always take this with bent knees, especially if your hip flexors are kind of fried. Lower, your focus is on that pull up. Good. So if you're feeling a lot in your low back, you can bring your hands underneath those hips, those glutes. Open up across those shoulders though, don't let it round you up. Pull it up. 20 seconds to your scissors. Rushing here is not going to be your friend. I want you to go just a little bit slower. Not a super slow pace, but control it. Hi, Lou. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up. Curl it if you want to. If you're in that curl, you want to feel that low back press into the ground. We switch legs. Alternating, exchanging. Knees can bend here. Take it into that alternating tap. Do what keeps you moving, not what makes you stop. Focus on where you feel strongest. You can always grab onto that calf, as long as you're not rounding up through those shoulders. Scissor those legs for 20. Remember, knees can bend, head can come down. Whatever version feels the best. Awesome. Bicycles in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay with me. Curl it up. Knees up, we switch. Draw that long diagonal line across your body. Knee toward the opposite shoulder rather than pulling that neck. Big inhales, big exhales. You know what's up right here. So good, halfway. Reach those legs out a little higher. If you're feeling any tension in the low back, head can stay down and you alternate the legs. You can always curl up, keep the legs still. Alternate that torso. Find what keeps you going here, guys. 15 seconds. We flip it over. 60 seconds to plank. In 5, 4, 3, 2, flip it over. Don't lose time. Elbows here, those wrists are getting a break. Elbows, toes, elbows, knees. We hold. Scan your body. Reach through the heels. Flex through the feet. Tuck your tailbone just a little bit so that you flatten out the back. My legs are slipping on the mat. There we go. Imagine your feet pushing right into a wall, activating the back of your legs. Only place to look is right down at your mat now. Push the back of the rib cage to the ceiling. Belly pulls in every time you exhale. Shoulders down, neck is long. Push that ground away. Fight for it with that core. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2. You're done. That was an awesome 5 minutes. Give yourself a second here. We're gonna meet for Pilates laying on our back today. So allow yourself a couple of minutes to breathe, a couple seconds to breathe. Maybe not quite a couple of minutes. We're gonna start with some just breathing on our back. So whenever you're ready, you're gonna meet me right here. We're gonna bend the knees and plant the feet flat on the floor. And just take a couple of breaths to connect to the abdominals, to the pelvis, just to that whole center of our body. I like to flip my palms up, receiving a little bit of energy, opening up the shoulders. Big inhale. And on your exhale, I want you to tuck your tailbone just a teeny bit so that you're aiming it toward your heels and you feel that lower back press down, removing that space between your body and the mat. Inhale. Release just to where it feels natural. Exhale, tuck. So as you take that little tuck, you want to feel that lift up just below the belly button, pulling that low belly in toward the hips as you feel that energy move down the back as you lengthen the tailbone toward your heels. We've got 3 more breaths here. Inhale, release. Ribs are staying soft. Lots of space across the front of your shoulders and lots of length in your neck. And as you finish that last exhale, we're gonna pause and turn our palms down to the mat. Taking it into some spinal articulation, so building on that little pelvic tilt. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, just like we've been doing, tuck. Now pull the belly button up and in, push down into your heels, connecting to the back of the body, feeling the back of the body, pushing the hips to the ceiling. Pause. Inhale at the top. Exhale, we roll down with the ribs. So soften through the front of the rib cage. That's your initiator. And then the spine just follows down into the mat. Exhale, curl it up. Creating a little bit of space between each vertebrae every time. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll it down. Allow your upper body to relax. Roll it down. Last 2 here. Feeling the back body engage and lift. Roll down as slow as you can. Last one, we're gonna hold it at the top. Peel it up, squeeze those knees toward each other. Open up across the chest a little bit more. Feel those glutes, push up. We pulse for 10. Press down into that mat if you need it. Flexing through those triceps. 5, belly in, knees in. 4, 3, 2, 1, roll it down. And once that tailbone touches, cross the right ankle over the left knee. So in this very stable version of your figure 4 stretch, we're gonna go back into that bridge. This time a little less articulation, a little bit more of just a push up from the hips. So palms down, little stretch, little work here. Big inhale, exhale, push the hips up. Inhale, lower. Right knee open to the side, lift, and lower. So we keep the hips even, we pull the belly in. All of those same engagements. Really nice. Last 2. Last one, just a little hold at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2. Roll it down. Keep that ankle crossed. Pull in through the belly. This time we're going to lift the left leg just to pull that right leg closer to the chest. We're going to work with the breath. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift the left foot off the floor. Pull the knee in. Keeping it dynamic. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. As big or as little of a stretch as you want. You've only got 2. Hips are even. Last one. Bring that left heel down. And let's just rock it over to the left side. Tapping that foot toward the floor. Take a look over your right shoulder. For 3, 2, and 1. Pull it back through center, both feet on the floor. Little rock side to side just to even it out. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we cross the left ankle over the right knee, and then just even your body out here. Take a moment. This side is notoriously tighter for me, so I always like to take a second just to settle in, finding some of those uncomfortable spaces. We're going to peel it up into that bridge for 6. So let's inhale, exhale, press, inhale down, exhale, press, inhale down. 4 more. If you're struggling or just requiring a little more stability, press down into your palms. Last one. Hold it up for 5. Push down into that right heel. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, pause. Reset, refocus. We're gonna lift the right leg to pull the left leg in for that hip flexor, oh my goodness, or that glute stretch. Exhale, pull in. Ooh, this one's a tight one. Inhale, lower. So just keeping it dynamic rather than forcing, moving. 3 more at your pace. Excellent. 2. Last one, bring it in. Right foot down. And let's roll over to the left. Over to the right. Left foot down on the floor. Look over your left shoulder. And breathe here. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back through center. Uncross. Walk your feet a little bit wider. And let's take that double knee rock, side to side. Really feel that stretch from the knee through the armpit, and rock. And rock. Awesome. So we're just gonna kind of roll around on the floor here. Let's take it over to our right side. So we're gonna lay down on our right side, stack your hips, stack your shoulders, and then once you're on that nice long diagonal, you can rest on your elbow, on your bicep, or head in your hand, whatever feels best. Well, right away, we're gonna take the right leg and cross it over, my goodness, the left leg and cross it over the right. Got a little case of being backwards today. Okay. So from here, before we move, I want you to find what's gonna stabilize you. We're gonna lift through that right side of the body, squaring off the hips. Take those right toes and turn them down toward the floor a little bit so you're in that slight external rotation. We're gonna exhale, lift the bottom leg, inhale, lower. This is a tiny movement. Don't try to make it bigger. So look what happens if I try to lift more. I start to lift and I start to dip down rather than connect. So pull up, up. So think about lifting rather than straining. Your low belly engages before that thigh does. Big difference. We've got 4. Lift 3, 2. Just hold. I want you to feel the right side waist pull in. Belly pull in. Prop up a little bit higher. 3, 2, 1. Rest it all the way down. Bicep is in your ear. You're gonna grab your left foot in your left hand and start to pull the heel toward your glute. Try to press that right inner thigh down toward left, down toward the right, and lengthen through the neck here. So no tension. If that grab is hard for you, fold a towel in half and grab it. But I want you to, every time you exhale, really pull that heel to your glute. Open your shoulder. Open the front of that thigh. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Flip it over onto your belly. Once you're here, anchoring down through the hips, activating your legs, elbows super close to the body, thumbs right next to your armpits. Just gonna take this into a couple of nice big swan lifts here. So big inhale, exhale, press through the palms and extend those arms. Lift, and then inhale, bend the elbows nice and slow, lower down. So treating this more like a stretch for the abdominals than anything else. So if coming up any higher than halfway is too much, don't do it. If you're feeling any negative tension in the low back, that's gonna be your range of motion. But if you're feeling good and you're really getting nice length in the back and that stretch across the belly, come up a little bit higher. Peeling open across the collarbones, feeling that lift from the pubic bone all the way up. Last 2, press it up, no rush. Should feel good, releasing some of that abdominal work. Last one, hold it at the top. Just gonna take a little look side to side using our breath. So open up, inhale, center. Exhale, take your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, look right. One more. Take it through center, pull the belly up. Bring it all the way back through center. Bend the elbows. Lower down. So let's slide the hands right on top of each other, folding them just underneath your forehead. Let your head relax here. Now we're just gonna focus on a little lift in the lower body. So point your toes, lift the kneecaps, activate your quads. Keeping your head down, we're gonna lift those legs up. Inhale, lower. You can always turn your head to one side and lower. Really be sure to relax the neck and shoulders, almost like you're disconnecting your upper and lower body at the hips. Push your hip bones down, pull your belly up. You've got 4. Relax the neck. Our body wants to counter this by shrugging. Want you to imagine getting longer every time you lift. Last 2. Last one. Hold the legs up. Let your head relax. Tap the heels together. Big squeeze in the back body. I know, it's 4 more. Squeeze 3. Nice and slow. 2. 1. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Turn your head to one side. Let your arms, goalposts, come out to the side. And turn your toes out. So those hips are done. Slowly press it up. You can just turn over onto your left side. I'm gonna swing it around so you guys can see me. We're gonna take it into that side work on the other side. We're almost there. So you can go propped up on your elbow. You wanna think shoulder over elbow. Any of those lower positions work as well. So we swing the legs forward just a little bit so you've got a slight angle out from the hips. Hips and shoulders stacked. We cross the right leg in front. I like to turn my toes down. You can always go into a parallel if that feels better. We're gonna exhale, lift, inhale, lower. So remember, it's a tiny movement. If you find that you're rocking or sinking down when you're lifting, make it small. Try to feel out the order of the movement. I want you to lift the low belly and the left side waist before you pull up through that inner thigh. Awesome. Lifting and lengthening rather than collapsing. You've got to make that choice a little bit. It's real easy to fall into a bad habit here about pushing up through that elbow. Remember all those planks, how strong you are. Almost there. You got 4. Squeeze it up. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lay it down. Extend the right leg back on top of the left. And then grab the top of the foot in your hand. So once you're here, the leg wants to pull you back, roll you back. I want you to think about maybe stacking your knees, pulling the belly in, and then really breathing into relaxing that right shoulder. Sometimes this is not so much about the quad being tight. You need to get in front, Lucy? Okay. Sometimes it's about that shoulder being tight. So you can always fold that towel in half and pull it back. 2 more big inhales. Nice big exhale. Last one. And release. So making your way back down to facing the mat this time, we're gonna find an all fours position. Only stretching from this point forward. We are almost done. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Let's roll through our cat-cow. I really like to work on this one from the tailbone out. So let's start by inhaling. Lift your tailbone, lift your gaze forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Start with that abdominal lift. Around your spine, drop the top of your head. Just going for 4 breaths here. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, scoop the belly around the spine. Exaggerate it, hang out, go where your back feels good. Last one. Exhale, round. Bring it back through center. Just gonna take a little stretch for the back. So I want you to anchor down through the right hand. Lift your left arm and then reach the left arm underneath that right arm. The way I like to look at this is that you're spiraling your torso to stack your shoulders on top of each other. So you always need a little push up through that anchored hand and then really working to rest the back of that left shoulder on the floor. Let your head relax and let those hips stay up. Breathing here for 3. Sink deeper on your exhale, 2. And 1. Slowly spiral back through center and switch sides. Anchor down through the left, lift the right. Palm is up as we reach the arm through. So again, stacking your shoulders, just giving you a different view on the movement. Pushing up through that left hand to facilitate that twist, giving you a little bit of traction. Every time you exhale, just sink that right shoulder into the mat, pulling the left shoulder on top of the right. Inhale. Exhale deep into it. Last breath here. Inhale. Slowly unwind. Sit it down on your heels. And just clasp your hands behind your back. Peel the shoulders open. Tuck your tailbone. And breathe. Inhale, reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, drop those knuckles down. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knuckles down. Unclasp your arms. Shake them out. And you guys are all done. Nice work today. Nice, steady, strong pace. If you're ever unable to catch the live workouts, they're always up on YouTube, including some Pilates videos as well. So go check it out. Keep working out with us. We'll see you